Well, good morning, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Except Mike is taking a day off from the tourist situation in Boracay. Arlen and the kids are out on a private island hopping excursion. Rented them a boat. And I wasn't going to do any blogs while we were on vacation. But last night certainly changed that. A British guy, an Australian, and an American. What could possibly go wrong? What could be interesting about that? Well, let's talk about it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
So, as most of you should know by now, we are currently in Boracay. We are jumping around different places, Arlen and I and my daughter and her boyfriend. And they're here for a short time, and we're going to go forward with that. Now, we weren't going to do any blogs. I mean, I'm getting content and stuff like that, but wasn't going to interfere with our vacation and the time I spend with my daughter. But this morning, I kind of felt like, I need a day off. And yes, because I have a slight disability, slight disability, all right? I don't collect disability insurance. I'm not disabled for insurance or anything like that. But island hopping is a little bit more difficult nowadays than it used to be. So I chartered a private tour for Taylor and her boyfriend and Arlen and sent them off. And I thought I would tell you about what happened last night. So last night, we decided to go to Nigi Nigi Nunu. Now, Nigi Nigi Nunu is a tradition here in Boracay. It's been here for I don't know how many years now. We've been here numerous times in the past. And it's got really good food. I mean, it's not like, 5-star Michelin type food, but really good food. The lobster is always done well, the fried fish, the shrimp. We've never had a bad meal here. So we came for dinner. Well, during the course of dinner, there was a British guy up at the bar. And he staggered on his way to the CR. And on the way back, because I was near him, there was a obviously special needs Filipino. Just trying to take care of his daily needs, just trying to sell whatever. And this guy is looking for a lighter. It's obvious he's got an unlit cigarette, and this guy is trying to sell him a lighter. I have never seen such a disrespectful asshole in my entire life. First off, this guy is not a kid. I'd put him in his 30s, and he obviously is special needs, might even be mute. I never heard him actually form a word. This guy, he asks how much, and the guy says, motion's 100 pesos, and this British guy goes off his left nut to cuss this poor guy out, telling him he's worthless, get the hell away from me, do this, do that, And the guy then goes, okay, 50 peso. And this guy just keeps laying into this poor guy. such a disrespectful. Finally, I had to just say, hey, look, dude, just chill out. All right? He doesn't understand. Really, he doesn't. Leave him alone. Okay? And later, I motioned the guy over and I gave him 100 pesos for nothing. I mean, I don't need a lighter. But I just felt that when you get disrespected like that, I mean, isn't that a really gut-reaching thing to abuse another human being like that? Well, so now you know the bad. Now the good. Well, we're leaving last night, and we get about 5 steps outside of Niggy Nunu, and a guy starts approaching us from the side. And I'm looking, I can see him, he's coming directly, and so it's like, this guy's coming our way. Caucasian. He says, I know you. You're from Angeles City. And I said, yes, indeed. He says, I watch your blog. I said, oh, so we start talking. Very nice guy, super nice, presentable, articulate, you know, the whole 9 yards. I mean, you know, just a very, well, it turns out he's Australian. In fact, he's going to be in Angeles City. He's going back to Angeles on the same day we're going back, but he's on an earlier flight. But with that being said, let me get some of my coffee right here. With that being said, we're talking a little bit, and he introduces himself as Simon. And I said, hold on. He watches YouTube. His name is Simon, and he knows me. I wonder if this might be Simon that John, a British expat in the Philippines, often references. Because I don't give a shit what John says, and I have nothing against John. All right? You know, I will tell you now, I often refer to him as being in the same situation as my mom. Old, set in her ways, xenophobic, whatever. But I wonder if he knows John. I asked him, oh, do you know this blogger in the Gillian, John, the Brit? Oh, yes. You know, I subscribe and chat with him too. So I'm like, holy crap, you know, John hates me. And he laughs, and I'm not going to tell you what he said about John because, quite frankly, doesn't matter, does it? My point is that while John is the typical asshole, I mean, we've all seen it happen time and time again. We've all seen John become xenophobic and express his xenophobia towards Americans. This guy is just salt of the earth, nice, normal guy. So not everybody is bad. Now, John is a British expat. I think John actually has dual citizenship or from either Australia or New Zealand and Great Britain. But either way, he advertises himself as a British expat. Although it's also interesting, I don't know, but I think, I don't know. I have no idea how much time of his adult life he's actually spent in Britain. And it doesn't matter. I'm not berating John or getting on about him. And, you know, it's kind of funny. John and I had a spat, a while back, 6 months, 8 months maybe. And John finally apologized because he knew that the way he said what he said was offensive. And we're not going to go into what it was or anything like that. And I left it lie. And I haven't jumped on the bandwagon of everybody bashing John. I haven't mentioned anything about him. I've never said anything negative about his wife or spouse or partner or whatever she is. But I meant to leave a message this morning. And it's funny. John often uses our name. John often references Mike and Arlene. John often references us, that guy in Angeles, in his ivory tower. All of these things. Yet, I went to leave a message this morning, because I know John is an early riser like I am, saying, hey, I met one of your subscriber friends last night, Simon. Well, I waited a while and said, I wonder if John's responded. And I see John's got comments on that video. And he's responded to all of the comments except mine. So I'm thinking, hold on a minute. Now, I never comment in John's videos. I just don't. They don't interest me whatsoever. But with that being said, nor his life. His life is totally different than ours. Nothing wrong with his life, just not our type of life. So I had two friends go in to that video and look at the comments. And even though I have a screenshot showing my comment and it's visible to me, it's not visible to anybody else. I've been banned in John's channel, which is fine. I understand it. He's doing all the damage control he can for his withering channel. And I don't, that's a terrible thing to say. I guess that was a snide remark. He's doing all he can. And I don't really care. But, nice Australian guy. Really nice guy. British drunk. Not a nice guy. Great example to set, John. Finally, us, totally sober. I think we had like one beer with dinner each, and then water. Had a nice dinner, took my daughter and her boyfriend out. You know something? It's just interesting. Here, I run into a subscriber. I don't know how many miles away Boracay is from Angeles City, but I would estimate it's at least somewhere between 400 and 600 miles minimum, and run into a subscriber. It was a kind of nice feeling that somebody recognized us. But with that being said, what do you think? Do you think that John is representative? Do you think that he is just really and truly a xenophobic individual? Or do you think it's all just a sham that he puts out there to try and inflate his views? Or a combination? Or, more so, do you think John is simply an old man doing the best he can, and he's set in his ways, and he's set in his opinions? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to get caught up in the drama. I haven't in the past. We've stayed clear of it, and we're going to stay clear of it. But tell us what you actually think. Otherwise, please do subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching.